please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'm notifying everyone here that we are being recorded at a later date on the public access channel. I would like to introduce the commissioners of the Lunenburg Water District, Mark Bursch, John Esposito, and Matthew Woodward. Christine Schwenger is our clerk treasurer, and Fran McNamara is our superintendent, along with our attorney, Matt Skydell. The clerk would please read the warrant posting.
In the name of the Lunenburg Water District of Lunenburg, Massachusetts, you are hereby directed to notify and warn the voters of the Lunenburg Water District to meet in the Lunenburg Water District, 496 Massachusetts Ave in said Lunenburg, Saturday the 29th day of March at 10 o'clock in the forenoon, then and there, to act on the following articles.
Thank you. Okay, some of the rules of the meeting. If you wish to speak to an article, you have to come forward and be on the mic so that the camera can pick up your name and address. Please address all questions to me, and I will see if we can get somebody to answer them for you. I will let the person that's presenting the article speak first to explain to the audience if they have any questions. If you have an amendment to the article, I need it to brought to me in writing, please, and we'll see with the conferring with the lawyer whether it be in the scope of the article. Moving the question means cutting off debate. No more amendments or discussions after that. It's time to vote, and it would require a 2/3 vote for moving the question. Our meeting is run by Massachusetts Municipal Law and a copy of Robert Rules that act as a guide. If you'd like to stand and yell out a point of order, you still have to come up to the mic with your name and address so that and explain your point of order to stop the meeting. Okay. I'll entertain a motion to pass over Article 1 till 10 o'clock, or till after the meeting ends.
So moved.
Then seconded?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All
Is
those
there any
opposed?
discussion before you vote?
For the article? We're just passing it over. Yep. Go ahead.
Joan Pease, 11 Wintergreen Court. I don't understand, till after the meeting or till the end of the meeting? Are you going to conclude
After
the
and end
meeting?
is the same thing, after or end the meeting.
Are you going to be discussing Article 1 during this meeting today at any point in time?
Yes.
No, that's just a,
Yes.
Yes,
It's the
yeah,
vote.
it's the vote.
That's the vote.
it's the vote.
Right.
So we're gonna know who wins the vote.
You're going to announce that during the meeting?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? So moved. Thank you. Article 2 is before us. John?
Mr. Moderator, I move that the district accept the reports of the district officers.
Second.
Okay, any discussion on that? Hearing none, I'll ask him for a vote. All those in favor of Article 2?
Aye.
All those opposed? Thank you. Article 2 is passed. Article 3, Mr. Bursch.
Mr. Moderator, I move that the district appropriate from the income of the district the sum of $2,080,930.22 to be used to defray the regular annual operational and maintenance costs of the district for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2025, and fix the salary and compensation of the several elected officers of the district all as set forth in detail in the maintenance and operational budget for the ensuing year.
Okay, is that seconded?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion on Article 3? Seeing none, I'll ask for a vote. All those in favor of Article 3, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Article 3 is passed unanimously. Okay, Article 4 is before us. Mr. Woodward.
Mr. Moderator, I move that the district authorize the treasurer, with the approval of the commissioners, to borrow money in anticipation of revenue for the fiscal year that commenced July 1, 2025 and ending in June 30, 2026, in accordance with the provisions of General Laws, Chapter 44, Section 4, and/or acts and amendments thereto, and to renew any note or notes that as may be given for the period of less than 1 year, in accordance with the provisions of General Laws, Chapter 44, Section 17, as amended.
Okay, is that seconded?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion on Article 4? Yes.
John Fortune, 50 Hemlock Drive. First, I have a quick thank you. I'd like to thank Christy. I stopped in the office earlier in the week. She was very helpful going through the numbers, so thank you for that. In Article 4, it's a borrowing article. I think from our discussion is what I understood it. We borrow money from outside of the water district. If we looked at borrowing money from ourselves, since it is getting repaid in the same year. So borrowing money from one of the other accounts that we have a few $1 million in, sell account or something like that. Have we done that in the past, and can we do that in the future?
Yeah, I don't think you can do that. If we take money from our own funds, it needs to be in the budget. So the only thing we can do with our own money, you need approval to borrow money or take money or spend money. We need the voters to approve that. So this one just says that in anticipation of revenue, that if money is needed, she could borrow it for short time.
Yes, I understand that, and that's what we just did with Mass Ave, correct? We just borrowed money from, I don't remember what the number was that we borrowed, but we borrowed some amount of money. And we paid it back when we got a bond, correct?
That's correct.
So
Yeah.
I'm asking, and maybe we need to amend the article that says, can we borrow the money from ourselves and just pay it back within the year? I mean, I think that's what you're asking to do anyways. You're looking to borrow money from somewhere else, pay interest somewhere else, use the money and then pay it back within the fiscal year.
All right, I mean, we talk about this every meeting, you do. It doesn't make any sense, we don't use it, I mean, just for the temporary borrowing for like the water main job. So, we're talking about something we don't ever use. So, I mean, so you're under the assumption we have the money in the bank? I mean, so if we did the Mass Ave project, you're saying we have $2 million in the bank, we could do that?
Fran,
If we didn't have $2 million, then we need that, we need to be able to go outside again.
I can maybe.
I guess all I'm saying is, one, I don't believe I've ever talked about this before. But two, I'm just saying we have money as a district, right? And I'm saying, what I do in my personal account is I borrow from one and I move to another until I can pay it back. And all I'm asking is that something we could do with the article the way it's written? And if not, should we leave that as an option in the future?
John, just to maybe add a little bit of context to your question, I think I understand where you're coming from. You're basically asking if we ever need to temporarily borrow money, why not borrow it from ourselves?
Correct.
Let's say out of the cell tower account.
Correct.
That cell, in my thought process here, the only thing that we actually could borrow out of would be that cell account, because that's the only thing that has, a substantial amount of money that one may need. The reason why we don't and wouldn't do that is even that cell account, that money is like in a bond or investments now. So it's not something we just would yank out. We have the ability to take that money out when we forecast a tank painting repair as to what it's for. But right now, that money is invested and we make interest on that as we do. So hopefully that adds a little to
That's a great answer. I mean, I don't know how that money's invested, but yes, I agree with you. You can't just take money out of investments and just use them for whatever other thing. So that makes perfect sense.
To the speaker, great idea. I don't think a change at today's meeting, but definitely something to look into to see if in the future it would be worthwhile to do that. I just think if we act on an idea that came up today and didn't accurately research it, that we might be doing more harm. But I definitely believe it's something that we could look into and see if it'd be feasible to do that for the future. Thank you.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay, any other questions on Article 4? Not, we're ready to vote. All those in favor of Article 4, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Pass unanimously. Article 5, Mr. Esposito.
Mr. Moderator, I move that the district appropriate from the water enhancement account the sum of $50,000 for the purchase of materials and equipment for the repair of water mains, including any incidental or related cost or expense.
Is that seconded?
Second.
Okay, any discussion on Article 5? Seeing none, I'll ask for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Pass unanimously. Article 6 is before us, Mr. Burke.
Mr. Moderator, I move that the district vote to appropriate and transfer from the cellular rental account the sum of $40,000 to upgrade existing two-way radio system, including the purchase of new radio units, repeaters, and necessary infrastructure upgrades to improve communication capabilities of the district.
Is that seconded?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion on Article 6? Seeing none, I'll move for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Voted unanimously. Okay, now we'll see back to Article 1.
We need to take a break. We'll take a break and then we'll check on the vote.
All right, we're going to take a break right now and, until the voting has been counted. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, while we're on break here, if you notice behind you, there's a blue dump truck with a gray dump body on there. I just want to give a lot of thanks to our own guys. Actually, that truck was positioned to maybe get turned in, and the replacement cost on that was about $80,000 or $90,000. We procured that dump body for about $8,000. There was a labor cost of about $10,000 to put that on, but our guys said, no, we can do it ourselves. And they took that on themselves. They got that truck all back together. So I just want to give some credit to the employees here at the water department.
Did you notice the mistake? That the United States of America should be United Country Agreement. I saw that on the news coming out. You know, I've never wished this on anyone. It should be. My wife said the same thing. Completely, it's like that guy on Portland Circle. Completely out of his life. So what I think so, yeah. You don't want to put him in jail till when? Well, whenever his next hearing, he's going to let him out. But, you know, personal Congress is Congress, and he's trying to give you okay. And then you could allow the George Sanders, yeah. Hey, that's the way to do it. Absolutely. You know what? He won't learn a thing. Of course he will. Mental health. You know, teaching, you get to see a lot of people's personality, but you never think of works in Boston. I don't know. Would you ever for anything? Well, you could be a good secretary to some country. Right? She's good. You see, how are the ladies? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Smart move.
I hate driving.
Yeah.
My old
You know? Yeah. Yes. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Is that like the I was road for away had somebody pulled in front of me. Yeah.
Any projects?
General, that's the biggest problem. I don't blame the trucks for riding in the lane. How much that's the cost of the trucks? And they ride in the lane. People don't know how to merge, get home. And they do stupid things.
Place down below and sell it? Is that what your fee? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I heard somebody mixed up. It says on the license. This license is not valid. So yeah. Two.
Nothing. You know how I fix it all now? Call Jimmy Morrison. Yeah. Jimmy, you gotta come over. You know what I'm saying? Done.
You're in a public
Done. Not to be nosy, but do you have your house in a property? Do you have that in your trust? Is it a revocable or irrevocable? You have a system.
The roads still shut down and they have to. You gotta hurry up. I called Bill and I tried on the grass. You don't control like this long and rockers.
Yeah.
That they can do that. The thing is that it was low, and now when it's backing up down the escort, the west side, trying to make sure the flow goes under my property.
Cindy is the only one with kids?
I truly think that
Yeah.
I agree with a little bit of creating a stormwater department. No, it doesn't have to. They shouldn't have to go to court. There's so much rain.
Yeah.
Coming soon,
That's really what it is. Now everything's Well, a lot of that too is the debris is not drained. Drain doesn't. Yeah. Yeah.
nobody wants to pay for it. So you end up giving stuff away. Why is it fine? Get out to the bar, I don't know.
I went down there for the mosquito control was on last week. I went down there like rats nests walking up. And I just pulled it all out. The guys love it. They're gonna have to wet my hands.
Yeah.
Yes, they used to be this really big tree. They carved it out nice and wide. Yep.
Mother and father.
That's what you need to do. You gotta keep it. And it, the issue, I don't know on the road, guys. trying to build in there, like Portsmouth Hill on the right. He's trying to sue all the neighbors for pushing their water down the hill. Because now issued a building permit for all of the houses above the train. That actually makes a problem for the kid who lives in the bottom.
Yeah, for the whole 4 years.
So it increases the pressure. You know one in there? I've never heard that, and I would tend to agree. How would you like it? Put a drain in to run it to the next one. That's right. But anyhow, that's... Yeah, no, I understand. You're not changing the amount of water. You're changing the velocity.
Okay, we have the results for the voting. Would you please read them?
Commissioner for 3 years, Matthew Woodward had 70 votes. Write-in, Bill Emke, 64 votes. We had multiple write-ins for the moderator for 1 year, but 2 people tied for moderator, Carol Hatch with 3 votes, and John Fortune for 3 votes.
You can have it, John.
So I have been conferring with legal, and where there is a tie, it's kind of in between the 2 of you. If you both would like to do it, we can go for a revote. If one of you would like to accept or the other to step down.
I will step down.
Take your time.
It's only 1 day a year, John.
No pressure.
Can I confer with the current moderator for a moment? Just so I understand what the duties are?
Yes. Yeah.
Pays 20 grand a year.
We ask questions while they're discussing, or?
No, I think you gotta wait
Yeah, wait for the moderator.
I would like to decline.
Okay, so Carol Hatch and John Fortune both declining?
I'll do it. Can we be looking for someone else? Can I be doing it on a?
Well, for a year.
How often do you meet? Do this as a moderator?
The only
meeting?
time we'll have to do this is during an annual meeting or if we have a special meeting.
Okay, I can handle that.
Okay.
I'm blocking the camera.
Nope.
Thank you.
Sorry, Kayla.
Okay, so to wrap up, Matthew Woodward, Commissioner for 3 years, Carol Hatch, Moderator for 1 year.
Andy Stavasky, 8 Wintergreen Court. On the voting, were any of the ballots for commissioner not counted for any reason?
One ballot was turned back in. I have the name and the address of the person who wrote something down. They came to me afterwards and stated they wrote something wrong. So that one ballot was stuck behind my spreadsheet for one mistake that she claimed she made, and a new ballot was given.
Thank you.
And she did get a new ballot to vote, to fill that.
All ballots were counted, none were rejected.
Yes, all ballots were counted, yes.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, thank you very much for coming.
Oh, we have to close the voting, right? Oh, you did?
Article 1 is before us for closing meetings. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, so moved. And then I'll have a motion to close the annual meeting.
Second. So moved. Then second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Thank you very much for coming.